Limits podcast, #1 in Nevada. No scripts, keep it lit. Let's get deep, get the camera, real talk, every thought, only for your satisfaction. Off Limits podcast, let's go, action.
All right, y'all, welcome back to the podcast, man. Thank y'all for joining in again. It's been a long road. It's been a long journey overall, man, but this is take two. This is actually take two, bro. I'm gonna put myself in a hole real quick. We actually recorded an episode whole time the sound wasn't on, dog. Like crazy. We ain't gonna talk about that. But listen, this is take two, but this is gonna be even better than the original, dog. This is gonna be crazy. But I got a special guest here, man. Not only just a guest, he's my brother. He was a mentor. He's like a father figure. He taught me a lot moving to Vegas. But I'll let him go ahead and introduce himself, man.
My name is Javion. If you've been to Fremont, you probably seen me around in one of my suits. I am the general manager of the night operations there. I do a couple other things too. Got a couple of like little things in my hat that I do, but pretty much I've been in Vegas pretty much a good amount of my life, and this is home.
Yeah, you getting old. I'm gonna be honest, you getting old, dog. You getting old, dog. Yeah, nah. But look, like let's talk about that role a little bit and what led up to you, because on a more serious note, being an African American male to be in a high role in one of the biggest cities in the world, if not the best city in the world. Not only that, but on Fremont. Like, kind of just explain to the ones that don't know, because I know, but they don't know. How did it all come about? How did it all start?
Well, honestly, the position was created because my boss, who's our president and CEO, low key, I'm gonna be honest, he got tired of getting all those late night calls, and he needed somebody that was up there that was going to be that point guy, to handle shit when they need to handle.
Facts.
And at that point in time, I was the assistant manager for the zip line.
Yeah.
And there was a point in time where it was like I was at not necessarily an impasse, but I was like kind of stuck because I was supposed to be promoted to a different position. Did not happen. It wasn't like it was a bad thing, but honestly, this position coming about was honestly the blessing that I needed. My director at the time sat down and talked to me about it. He was like, "How do you feel about it? Look into it. Let me know." I looked into it. I sat down, kind of just prayed about it. Kind of got my mind right for it, and I said, "I'm ready."
You took it when the opportunity approached, man. You wasn't scared to dive into it, because, mind you, if y'all haven't been to Vegas, Fremont is the most busiest city in the world. I don't care. Fremont overall is just crazy. It has all of the festivals going on, the concerts that we put on. Most people don't know this, but when I first moved to Vegas overall, that's the first spot where I got my job at. I was security on Fremont. And the reason why I'm so attached to Javion specifically is because when I got there, he took me under his wing. Like, it was something to where a lot of people don't do. Even to this day, you don't see it, as often or as fluent as we should. And a lot of times people take that the wrong way because, oh, well, I'm telling you something or how to do it, and the other person might reciprocate that differently. But with me, you gave me a lot. You gave me the juice. You gave me all of the key things to where it made me more successful in life, So, let's talk about how you grew up a little bit, because I know personally, like, it wasn't as easy as, what people may think because you're in a high role. Growing up for you, how was that?
I didn't have a bad childhood. I'm not even going to say that. I did not have a bad childhood. But with my mom being a single mother at the time and everything, and kind of to the point that, like, my little brothers and sisters, those are like my ride or die. Like, for them, like, I would have done anything from I kind of had to grow up fast a little bit, but, I always had that support system. I had an aunt that stayed with us that was kind of like our other mama too. So, like, she was in high school, she'll come, make sure we was good. But if she had to go to work, it was just like, hey, I need you to hold it down for a little bit. I was there for my little brothers and sisters, and that's kind of one of the biggest things that kind of molded me to where I'm at now. Yeah. And then, honestly, just having me growing up, I have a very woman-dominated family. There's many women in my family, so it's like literally like I have some of the most strongest personalities on my ass. As much as I hated it, they were on my damn ass.
Yeah, and you can see that how that shaped you overall now is because He introduced me to his mom, and keep in mind, in the African American culture, that's a big step. I wouldn't say just more our culture, but it's for our. I only can speak about what I know.
Yeah.
And for our culture, that's a big step. So he brought me around his mom and his family for his birthday. We went to this restaurant here, and when I tell you, him and his mom is like the exact same dog, that shit's scary. Cause y'all motherfuckers. Hey, his mom, she don't play. She'll whoop your ass in the middle of the street if she had to. Like she really like stern sometimes, but she loves hard. She jokes around a lot, and I can see where you got that from, and that's amazing. You know, how did that really transition to you working into a huge corporate America type role? Because growing up, like you said, your childhood was cool and everything. What specifically stuck with you that your mom and females taught you that you took into your everyday life currently?
Honestly, go in there first thing, make a decision and own that shit. Because at the end of the day, the people around you want you to make that decision, and you gonna fuck up, and they gonna teach you how to do it better. That's how it is. Cause that's how it was for me in everyday life. My mom be like, "Oh, you gonna make this decision?
Yeah,
we gonna work on it, and if you fuck up, I'm gonna clean it up. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna teach you how to do this right."
Facts.
And that's just how it is for everything. Because especially one of my aunts, my auntie Mary, like she's an educator, strong black woman, and everything with her. She gonna whoop my ass, but then she gonna sit me down and she gonna be like, "You want to know why I whooped your ass? Because at the end of the day, you know better." Yeah. And it was like I don't know if you were just trying to smell yourself a little bit, because mind you, I'm a fucking giant. I got bigger than most of my family at the age of 10, so it's just like
quick.
Yeah, I had that time when I was smelling myself a little bit. You know, they had to put me on my ass real quick, but
that's tough because, dude, a lot of times you see so much now that people get stern with their kids, or, "Oh, well, you need to be on this gentle parenting shit." You know, if I wish, man, back then that my parents was harder on me a little bit. I do wish that just a little bit, because I'm like, damn, it was hard, but I was still a thug. I was still doing dumb shit.
And it's funny because my mom and my aunts always say they wish they didn't whoop us when we was younger. And I was like, bullshit. I'm like, bullshit. I'm glad you whooped me because it made me turn out better than what you thought I was going to turn out. Yeah. Because I had points in my life where, I thought I was going to be a fucking failure and a fuck up and everything. There was those points. But it took the right people to be around me to be like, "Nah, get your ass up and go do what the fuck you need to do." Because even in college and stuff like that, it was times where I was just ready to come the fuck home. Yeah. Even though I was athletic and shit, I was good, but it was like I just did not want to be in that said area at that said moment. It was just those mental lapses where it's just like, you there, deal with it.
Yeah. And one thing I always loved about it, and kind of just going off what you're saying as a whole, is your dedication to keep moving forward. And that's something that you taught me. And mind you, at the time when I'm working there, I'm 27 specifically. So I'm an adult. I'm a full grown ass male, and I'm listening to him. I'm not stuck up. I'm not stubborn or anything. Like, your dedication to move forward was you also pushing me to move forward. And I didn't realize how much I needed that. I didn't realize how much I was not, I was a procrastinator. I'd be on the clock bullshitting. I ain't gonna cap. I was doing some dumb shit on the clock. And the JV would be like, "Hey, bro, you need to go do this. Can you go handle this?" or whatever the case is. And I'm like, "All right, bet. I'll go do it." And it's like, it's so much to you that I want people to understand and realize, it's rare to find people like you in life. And I'm not just saying that because the cameras or nothing, but I always tell you, it's rare to find people like you that'll actually do what you did. Outside, and we're going to get back to this Fremont thing real quick, but what I want people to understand, outside of this Fremont stuff, dude, you're big into fashion. Hey, too big into fashion. I'm over here sitting there comfortable as shit, looking basic as fuck, and he over here in some heat, and I'm over here like, damn, should I have dressed different? Like, a lot of times, look, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna say this right off the bat. Where I got my inspiration from is Javion. How I dress outside from where I'm work, with the Chelsea boots, with the dressed up shirts, the slacks, everything is literally, I'm not me Ian, no Diddy, no nothing. I would call him every day and be like, "Hey, bro, I'm at the mall. What would I wear with this?" And your response would be like, "Bro, let me see. I'm like, all right. I would show his ass the whole store on FaceTime, and he'll be like, get that. Like, let's talk about that. How did you get involved in the fashion so heavy?
Honestly, growing up, I was always bigger than most kids. And I mean, once again, like I said, my childhood was great, but I mean, we didn't have much. So it was like, you know, I had to make it do what it do. And I got teased a lot, like throughout my whole youth, because people was like, oh, you dusty, this, and that. So a part of me wanted to be like, you know what? I'm going to show y'all better than I can tell y'all. This is going to be a huge fuck you to y'all when you see me putting this shit on. And then, you know, I have a whole bunch of people around me, too, who's been teaching me stuff over the years, too, because I'm involved with something called Black Men's Wear. If y'all haven't heard of Black Men's Wear, it's this flash mob that goes around the world. A bunch of just successful black men, you know, in suits. We walking up and down pretty much showing motherfuckers this is what a black man is supposed to look like. And it just came from there. And then, you know, I got friends in L.A. My boy, Stay Fly Thrash, one of the coldest dudes when it comes to the suit game, because you look at him like, why you got all those patterns on? But I guarantee you, you can't put them patterns on.
You can't put it on like they do.
And then my designer out here, my little bro, Darian, shout out to Silver Spoon Co. Got some of the coldest suits in the world. Like, I'm about to show you one of my suits. It got the Vegas skyline inside of it and everything. You know, just... It was just little things that showed me how, and then I kind of just started putting my own twist to it. I'm a big boy. I can't really wear what everybody else wear, but when I put my shit on, you gonna know I put my shit on.
Hey, he talking shit. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all niggas ain't fucking with it. I'm gonna be honest. Look, just keep in mind, you is a big ass dude, so it's like you gotta shop in a big and tall area. It's like you can't find all the shit that I would be able to find. Like, you can't wear skinny jeans. If you do, it may not look right. But dude, working on Fremont, I promise you, this dude is never not in a suit. If he's not in a suit, he's in like I would say a cold ass shirt with a turtleneck or something, like with some shoes that I never seen. Now, I'm not gaslighting this nigga, but I promise you, if you see him on Fremont, it's a different game. And I'm like, bro, like, how did you, like, you got to have a good ass creative imagination to put this shit together.
I do.
Because I'm going to be honest, in my mind, when I look at shit putting it together, all I see is like a Rubik's Cube. And I'm just like, fuck, how do I turn this shit? Like, you feel me? Like, it's weird.
Because for me, it's always that one statement piece. I mean, obviously, you know, I've always had one statement piece.
Yeah.
A shirt, a tie, the shoes, and whatever.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm going to go off that statement piece and everything else going to come together.
Yeah.
And one thing a lot of people say, I've never seen you wear the same thing twice. You not.
You really don't.
You not.
You don't.
You really not.
I'm like, damn, you just throw this shit away. I'm going to be honest. My favorite piece of yours, and I don't know if you have it on your social media. Don't go looking for this nigga on social media either way because he's private. But it's the cheetah print, the black. I think that you wore it on a Halloween one time, or no, not Halloween. It was like
you talking about the cheetah print suit that I wore?
The suit, black with the cheetah on the, I think it's on the collar or something.
On the lapels, yeah. That was what I wore on
what
my
is
birthday.
It called?
Yeah, it's on the lapel. So you got different types of, you got tuxedo lapels, regular suit with black. That was a regular suit. I don't even know what this shit is. It was the cheetah print on the lapel like that, and it was on the buttons as well and everything. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That shit was fire. I'm gonna be honest. If y'all see him on Fremont, y'all and he wearing that shit, y'all just know he's stealing y'all girl. It's over with. No, I'm just playing. But
probably they ain't too.
I just say it like, nah, it's crazy. Like, and this shit gets me so hyped to think about because I'll be coming into work in uniform and this motherfucker is in some Gucci, some Louis Vuitton, and it's crazy because he shops at every place. He doesn't just shop at these expensive spots or whatever. You'll put shit together from the least spots that we expected, and it'd be like, damn, where you get that from? And dog, it's so wild. So it's like, you know, in your fitness journey or your fitness and modeling journey overall, it goes hand to hand, right? And you mentioned this Black Men group. Let's talk about that because a lot of people might not know exactly what it is. I know you touched on it, but the Black Men's group is when you showed me the video of it and you were all over the internet screaming like, dog, people going crazy. Like, how was that experience?
That experience was crazy because I got a chance to, you know, speak with the creator, Neandre Broussard, and everything. And just this brother his vision is crazy, and then you just seeing cats like Steven Jackson, who played for the Rams and the Patriots, Brandon Marshall, who's a Vegas local hell. If you ever watched Married at First Sight, Woody, you know that he came all the way from New Orleans to do that shit. It's like literally dudes are just high power and high quality, you know, just being there, just uplifting each other, networking and stuff like that. It's like every little thing that you kind of needed, and kind of they showed me what it is to be just that powerful black man. Is just like, hey, put it. He's like, bring black money to black businesses, and that's kind of like where I'm at in my life. Where it's just like everything is like they changed my whole mindset.
How do you get motivated in that? Like, because you're in a high position yourself. How do you get motivated around a higher position, for say, or you feel like you know, they're in a higher position? How do you, you know, find that motivation out of the groups that you already fit in? Because a lot of people, they'll put themselves around millionaires, but, you know, they might not necessarily fit in. But you are already in that realm. You coming in there open-minded. How did you like find motivation to keep improving? Because for me, like you're at the top of the game already for, you know, dressing. So you seeing those gentlemen and things like that, how did you find motivation and, you know, what did you take from it overall?
Honestly, I just took just the little advices that they gave me, and honestly just kind of going in there, not being scared to ask those questions.
Yeah.
Because I feel like as black men, we kind of get shielded on, you know, not being able to be ourselves and ask those questions we want to ask and everything. With this group, it's like, hey man, like whatever you want to know, I'm here, you know. And if I don't know it, I know somebody else that knows it and everything. And just my biggest motivation being around the people I've been around, honestly, is just I look at them like they're a man just like me.
Right.
Like, yeah, the statuses may be different, but at the end of the day, we all have a story. We all came from something and everything.
Right. And we all have something to learn. That's what I like, because no matter what amount of money you have, you always have something to learn. No matter what status you have something to learn from everybody. And you would think like CEOs and GMs of these major corporations, typically they're stuck up somewhere hiding or something, but you're active every day from the time you clock in to the time you clock out. You're on the floor, you're walking around, introducing yourself with people, going from casino and things like that. You know, how do you feel about being in that limelight so much? Because it's 24/7.
At first, when I very first started the position, it kind of made me nervous because, you know, you got some of those people who wants to troll you, or actually funny story about this. This is like my first like month and a half.
Yeah.
It was this dude that knew literally nothing about me. I was handling the situation.
Yeah.
And then he see me talking to a female employee that works at one of the kiosks. She was talking to me about some stuff that happened and everything. She was filling me in so I can let the people I need to know. Went around taking pictures of me up here, going around telling people I was a pimp and a sex trafficker. And it's just like, bro, like, you don't know, like, all you got to do is ask me who I am.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, I mean, my boss has said it itself. You already a big dude. So, you know, being in that limelight, it scared me at first, but now I'm used to it because I know what comes with it.
Yeah.
I'm not out here trying to be famous. I'm just out here trying to do what the hell I need to do.
Yeah.
That makes Fremont better. And that's always been my goal, just to make Fremont better.
Yeah. And no, you definitely are striving in the right spot for sure, because you being in that position, I'm going to be honest, if I was in your position, I would have folded. I'm gonna be honest, I would have folded, dog, because you get stuff thrown at you so much, and like, you know, you get people that come up aggressively, try to take photos with you and try to take videos of you, like, oh, I know you, I saw you on the internet. And mind you, like he's like this around us, but in public on Fremont, like he's a respectful individual, but he don't like people just randomly coming up to him that's unexpected, because it'll throw you off guard. And bro, you're so calm and collected in those situations. Like I said, I would have folded, dog. Like, overall, what's your next goal? What are you trying to achieve in the position that you're in right now?
Honestly, the next things for me is just still bringing up people that look like me, because I mean, it's a lot of people, you know, that don't feel like they have that motivation to move up and everything.
Yeah.
And it's not even just young black men, it's just young men in general too. Like, you know, showing them the ways and everything, and potentially maybe become president and CEO, not if on Fremont, but somewhere else. And I also want to be a part of a black-owned hotel and casino, because we don't have
that's big. That's big. And I think you can accomplish that, because you do so much, bro. And it's not even just on Fremont, but that's your story to tell, but you do so much outside of Fremont, dog. And it's amazing. And it's like, how do you continue to stay driven on the right path? Because that's devil's territory overall. Like, how do you still stay on track? Like, what keeps you on track?
Honestly, just prayer, having the right people around me, which is the biggest thing. Because if you literally have negative influences around you, or people that are going to put negative limelights on you and everything, it's only going to bring you down. Having the support I have from my family, my choice friends, because that's one thing, that friend word I don't throw around a lot.
Facts.
Because I have dropped a lot of people in my life, you know, saying they my friend, but then they turning around on the bullshit, you know. And for me, I'm not about that. I've gotten older to the fact that it's just like, I love you, but I can love you from a distance.
And that's heavy, because you come across so many individuals that may seem genuine, but then you know how to read people quicker than anybody. And with you in a high role, you can't have everybody as your friend because, dude, I'm gonna be honest. When I was around, and I told this story before, but obviously I didn't fucking hit the record button. But dog, that shit still pissing me off, dog. I'm not gonna lie. But so I'm gonna tell this story. And it's so funny. Like, you're around high caliber people. Now listen to me. We are going to this casino called Circa. I didn't know what the fuck Circa was, but other than a casino that was actually on Fremont specifically. So we're going to Circa. He was like, hey, come with me. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll come with you. He's taking me to this casino. It's called Circa. And Circa is like, I don't care what nobody says. That's the best damn casino in Las Vegas for me specifically. So we're going there to this casino. And he's like, hey, I'm about to introduce you to somebody. He's like, all right, well, yeah, I'm about to introduce you to the owner of fucking Circa. I'm like, who? And his name is Derek Stevens. Super cool dude. All right, bet. So it's my day off. We're talking, we're chilling. Next thing you know, we're sitting there getting drinks. He introduced me. I see this big ass group of entourage people coming up. And I'm like, who the hell is all these people? It's the whole big ass cast of Teen Wolf. I'm like, who the fuck? Like, I'm just sitting there drinking on my drink. And he over there just introducing himself, shaking hands. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, what is this? Like, y'all, like, I'm sorry, but I ain't got the same budget as y'all. But they shaking my hand like, shit, cool. Like, how do you remain calm in those situations? Because for me, I was damn near like a fanboy. But it's so crazy because you introduced me to that, which is wild.
Same thing, just like I touched on a little bit ago. There are people just like us.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I know how I would be if I was famous. Like, I already know I'm gonna have fans and everything. Yeah. But in the same breath, you know, it's still just me. You know, yeah. I put my shoes on just the way you put your shoes on and everything. Right. And the way I look at it is just like, don't get me wrong. I've had a couple of people where I wanted to fanboy out, but I had to kind of compose myself a little bit and handle business, and then we can have that natural conversation. Because for me, I want shit to happen naturally. Yeah. If the person don't want to fuck with nobody, then I'll go fuck with nobody. Right. I've had a few people like that. And too much want to fuck with nobody. Yeah. They say what's up to me, whatever. We have our little talk and everything, and we keep it pushing and all that.
And that's heavy because, mind you, he's introducing me to these high caliber people, and I'm coming from a small town, Iowa, to where I never really been around that at all. But he didn't introduce me as a coworker or as his friend. He introduced me as his brother. I ain't gonna lie, I got teary-eyed, nigga. I was like, damn, I'm his brother. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, at first I looked at it, I was like, why the fuck you lie like that? But he actually felt genuine about it. And then now it's like we really have that brotherly bond to where every time I go out on Fremont, I'm like, oh, you're Javion's brother. And I'm like, yeah, this is my brother Javion right here. He'll help you go do something, whatever the case is. You want to go ride the zip line or whatever the case is. He'll help me with that. And that's so dope because you really took me in, like, under your wing specifically. And it's so, so dope, dog. I don't know. I can't show a lot of gratitude. I can't show enough, I should say, but that's dope. It's like, what's your next ultimate role? Like, I know you said president, but do you ever see yourself being the head of a major corporation like a big ass casino? I know you said you want to do a black owned. How does that process look though? Because it's hard.
I'm still trying to figure that part out right now. And that's why networking is such a big deal right now. You know, making sure you know the right people, you get to know the right people and everything. So it's a process that I'm still working on. I don't have all the answers for it right now. But even if like that, if it's not that, a bigger corporation, absolutely, I'm down for it because I know what I am capable of doing. I know how I will lead. Some people probably won't like the way I lead, but with me, I invest in the people that want to invest in themselves. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, that's the biggest thing. If you're not investing in yourself, you're really not going to make it. Because I feel like now we're in this time of I want it now, but I want it now don't work. You got to learn how to trust the process. Because for me, I went from pushing bins in 115-degree heat, wearing an ugly, bright-ass yellow T-shirt on the zip line, to, you know, going, working at the MGM and stuff like that, kind of moving around till I really found out who the hell I was. Which I honestly didn't really find out who I was till I was 29 years old. Right. I'm 33 now, mind you, so I tell people that all the time. Like,
33?
Motherfucker, you know I'm 33.
Nigga old as fuck, nigga. I'm just like, I just like.
No, you got me.
He old, dog. His body old, man. Look, you know how you wake up. Look, I posted this on my Instagram the other day, but you know how you wake up in the morning, your body just hurt, your body just cramp, your back hurt and shit. Like you get old. Yeah, that's how I wake up sometimes, man.
I have to get up and stretch for an hour every day.
Yeah, that's how you know. That's how you know, man. Like, I'm getting old, though.
But I'm also 6'8", so I mean that plays a bigger factor to that.
You is a big ass dude, dog. That's crazy. But dude, like, I just don't understand. Like, what? And this is more like a question I never even asked you specifically. But what did you see in me specifically to where you were like, all right, one, this is my little brother. I'm gonna take him under my wing. What did you see in that? What did you see?
Honestly, I don't know if you remember, it was our first conversation because I came up to you because anytime I seen somebody new, I just want them just to know that there's a presence there for management. Yeah, we were sitting up there and the conversation was just natural because I remember you was with Shamar and Jacob. I miss my boy Jacob.
Oh yeah. Free my man Jacob out the being.
My boy stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah.
Nah, but it was just like, we sitting up there just having natural conversation, and it was just something about you. I'm like, yo, this dude gonna be something. And everything, and then it was like as time went by and I really got to know who you were. You tell me about your family, you tell me about your life story, kind of like how you like working out and stuff like that, and then kind of seeing how you handled shit, like even in situations where I had like a motherfucker was trying me and everything, how you step in like, nah, like he told you what this is what it is, we ain't got no more else to talk about and everything. And I knew, I was like, yeah, he's one of those people that's real invested into what the hell he want. And that's why I fought for you, how you got corporal and everything and all that and stuff like that, because I knew like we were going to lose somebody good if we did not give him the proper opportunities and the proper steps. Yeah. And for me, I deal with every department and all that as you know and everything, and I see what's good is out there, but sometimes some people don't see, so that's why I'm there to fight for that person, because I've seen in the time I've been on Fremont, I've seen amazing workers leave because the opportunity wasn't there. I'm gonna be honest. At one point in time, I thought about leaving because the opportunities was given to people that honestly I felt like did not deserve it. And I'm the one over here grinding my ass off. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but at the end of the day, I felt like some people in the former management that I dealt with when I was working on the zip line were highly intimidated of me because I'm very intelligent. Right. I know what the hell I'm doing. I know how to run a business because I was doing that before I came to Slotzilla. Right. So I know what the hell I'm doing.
That's amazing, bro. Because I remember our first conversations, but he never told me the specific reasons of why he kind of took me in. So hearing that coming from you, dog, that's nothing but love. Because I'm gonna be honest, I was a hard-headed ass little dude. What the hell you was? I was hard-headed like a motherfucker. I'm gonna be honest. It was times where I'm like, I'm not doing this, and Javion to be like, bro, just knock it out of the way. And mind you, I'm 26, 27, so like I know better, obviously. But it was like I'm in situations to where I'm like, man, I'm not doing shit. He'd be like, bro, just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and do it. And I'm just like, bro,
but
like,
what? But it also works hand in hand, though, because even though I was the leader out there, I've had situations where my character stepped out of what it was normally. You had to kind of keep me together like, hey, Javion, I know, man, I know. But at the end of the day, it was just like, what is it really worth it? Because we had a situation where some dude, we just walking doing our thing, he literally walking behind me and antagonized me to the point I almost put him on his ass.
Yeah, facts. I don't think people understand the struggles of working on Fremont, dog, especially working in the security field. You can work on Fremont and you in a circle, that's a little bit different. But we're dealing with so much on Fremont, and I say we because your hands is in everything, like you just said. You're not just cooped up in an office as a GM. You're, like I said, you're involved. But like you mentioned, there was times, dog, where people would come up to Javion and just be like, oh, I saw you online, this and that, or get aggressive with him and try to argue with him and this and that. I'm like, nah, bro, chill. And it wasn't because he's the GM, but at the end of the day, like this is my brother. Like you disrespected somebody for what? And one thing that you always taught me that I carry on to this day is you got to look at it like this. Everything that you do in life is an investment. Why are you going to waste this on something that's not going to matter in about 3-4 hours? So I'm not about to sit here and argue with you. I could beat the fuck out you, but where's that going to get me? And you taught me a lot on Fremont just within that year and a half that I was there, dog, because it's been times where I was like, I'm about to lose my shit. I'm about to lose my cool and smack the shit out of a crackhead or something. Nah, dead ass.
The biggest thing that I've been learning, even still to myself to this day, the one thing that I tell a lot of young cats, like, bro, make sure your mental.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna touch on next because, dude, what do you do to mentally free yourself to drain out all that negativity that you see daily? What do you do?
It's funny. A lot of people don't believe me, but I really do this. I do Tai Chi in the morning.
Yeah. Oh, I knew that. You work out a lot. Yeah, I know all this.
I work out a lot. Like the first thing I do my stretches. I do Tai Chi and everything. I'm trying to get into yoga, but I'm sorry. I respect any man that does yoga because that shit ain't easy.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna be honest. If you 5'9" and above, and a man, you is not supposed to bend in certain position, dog. No, that shit hard. I'm gonna be honest. We got a supervisor at work. She does yoga and everything every day, and I'm like, she be like, you don't want to come? No, motherfucker, I do not. Like, I really don't.
Nah, but besides that too, like, I had to teach myself, and some people in my life had to teach me that you got to leave work at work. Like, granted, my job is 24/7.
Facts.
It's 24/7, but sometimes like you can't be in control of everything.
Yeah,
like shit is going to happen for what it is. You gotta you gotta know when to turn that hat on, turn that light on, handle that business, then turn it off and be like, okay, I'm just Javion right now.
Right. Yeah.
But the biggest thing for me is Tai Chi, breathing, like reading, because one audio book that I listen to, which I feel like people should get, is called Affirmations of a Man. And literally it gives you that affirmation cleanse that you need to kind of get you through your day, because sometimes as a black man, you don't hear that. You don't hear that I'm proud of you. Oh, you're doing great. This is and that. It's always, what the fuck are you gonna do next? Nigga? Or this and that. Like, or why aren't you at this level right now? Something like this. I've literally had to learn to tune society out and basically say fuck you.
Yeah, and that's what you have to do, bro. Like, a lot of times people may see that as, oh, it's a cold world or you turning your back against everybody. No, like, I still care for everybody, but at some point in time, y'all not going to care for me and my mental. So I got to tone y'all out and tune this up so that way I can stay level. I can stay, grounded and everything like that.
And then I recommend too, even if you don't got trauma, like some people like myself, I have some traumas in my life and everything.
Yeah, everybody do.
But I recommend going to therapy. And also when I mean go to therapy and get somebody that looks like you. I have a black woman that I talk to twice a week. Even sometimes I don't even be going through nothing. It just be like times where I'm just like, I just want to sit and just conversate. Yeah. And she's one of those types. She corrects me on my shit too. Sometimes I go in there, hide out, random stuff like that, and she be like, okay, Javion, but what did you do to fix the situation on your end? Like, it's a level of accountability that I get from my mothers and my aunts and stuff like that. That pretty much like, nah, it's the same thing. And I appreciate her so much for that, because like, I'm going to be honest, I don't feel like I could go to a male of a different race, but I don't feel like they will understand what it is to be a black man.
A black male, yeah.
And people like go on commenting, try to push that narrative. Oh, he's talking about black men of America, but unless you walk the mile in our shoes, you will never fucking know.
It's difficult because, it's so crazy because we have these conversations more often than what we should on how to explaining this, but that's not saying that the other opposite colors or whatever, whether you white, brown, orange, whatever, that y'all don't go through struggles. It's just proven that African-American males go through so much to where it's like, damn, mental awareness is not actually known of, right? I guarantee you right now, a lot of people don't know. Probably by the time this video comes out, y'all probably wouldn't even know that this month is Men's Mental Health Month.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't. A lot of people wouldn't know that. Like, a lot of people don't even know that to this day. And I do want to give a quick shout out to actually my supervisor. I'm not gonna say her name because she doesn't like her name being out there. But today she did something special that touched my heart. We have these meetings that we have every week. She brought us all in a room together like a normal meeting. And she was like, hey, the ladies in the room are just going to be quiet. We're going to have every male go around explaining what do they do for the mental awareness. What do you guys do to kind of tone down and stay on track? So I want to give a special shout out to her because that was something that kind of touched me because I'm like, dang, she's a person that actually cares. Like, she's a person that's really, really caring, and she does all this, meditation and stuff too as well. So special shout out to her. But dude, it's like mental awareness is so important, especially I feel like more in males. We looked at as if we communicate about our feelings, if we talk about what's wrong, we're looked at as soft. We're looked at as, crybabies and sassies and shit.
Which I find that the sassy word to me is the funniest fucking word ever. Sassy, feminine, and everything. Because for me, I want somebody to try me on my masculinity. Yeah. I want somebody to, because I'm gonna show the camera. I'm gonna go toe to toe, bitch. My fucking nails are painted right now. They're always painted.
Dog, I don't give crazy a shit. Though, and it's so wild.
I don't give a shit. I have a nose ring. I have a septum, but I'm probably one of the best black executives in Las Vegas.
Talk your shit. I'm a little talk your shit. Look,
because at the end of the day,
I'm backing up.
And this is for my young black man, the black man older than me, and everything. Do not let nobody control your fucking narrative. Don't ever. Whether you're gay, whatever, it's just like at the end of the day, if your masculinity is gonna be wherever the hell you want your masculinity to be. Facts. For me, motherfuckers love the hell out of me. Motherfuckers coming to me, damn, like I fucks with the painted nails and stuff like that, because that's me though. Yeah, I've always been that person. And shout out to my cousin Alex, by the way. I'm gonna shout her out. One thing she wrote in a text message to me one time when she told me happy birthday. You are one person out of the whole family who's always been unapologetically himself. Yeah, and that's the one thing that I hold to a fucking standard for myself. Be yourself.
That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That shit just gave me chills because it's like, bruh, like when I say he dresses so different and unique, it's not something in a bad way. It's like, bro, like he doesn't care about what your opinion think. And that's what's wrong with this fucking society. So many opinions are being added into something. And I'm not even asking for the shit for one. And you walk around like, you don't walk around like you're better than anybody or greater than the room that you're in. You walk around just being yourself, walking in with the flyest suit, the hands, the nail, it's all done and it's crazy. And it's like, dog, that's props, man. That's props because, dude, I ain't gonna lie. If I walked in with like some shit that now, okay, probably now not, but like in high school, I would dress a little differently. I would start wearing those Chelsea boots. They'd be like, bro, why you got on heels? I'm like, what? Like, that's crazy. So it's like, you use that negative and turn it into a positive, dog.
And it's funny because a lot of people talk about this whole sassy feminine shit, but if you look at some of these male groups, R&B groups, even actors and stuff back in the like late 80s, early 90s, Prince is a prime example. Prince is a bad bitch. I don't care what anybody say.
Prince was different.
Prince was a bad bitch, but Prince had every female on him. Yeah, so them same little feminine qualities that dudes were showing back in the day that females were throwing their drawers at. Yeah, now it's the issue.
Now it's a problem.
Just because of the way that most society and I'm not even gonna say women because I mean some men are judgmental too, but the way motherfuckers press a narrative, it's just like, bro, get the fuck over it.
Yeah, it's wild, dog. It's so wild, and dude, it's just amazing because you talk about the attributes that carry you overall, and I just think that's something that a lot of people can take and motivate them too, because not a lot of people can do that. It's like, let's talk about fashion real quick. You remind me, like, your fashion style sense is so different and unique. Cam Newton, because he just throws stuff together. Cam Newton, I don't care. Cam Newton and Russell Westbrook,
another person. Farnsworth Bentley is another one.
Yeah.
Hey, one of my favorite rappers in the world. He's the GOAT. I don't care what nobody say. Andre 3000 had his.
Oh yeah, Andre 3000 is different. Yeah, that's different. You can't touch. You can't even go toe to toe him. You can't, because he will wake up and throw some shorts on with a long sleeve and a tie. I'm like, damn. For me at a young age, I'm like, what the fuck is that? But now at an older age, I'm like, bro, that shit fire.
Yeah. But it's whatever you want to put together that is gonna make you feel more comfortable for you, because I can throw some shit on and people look like it, but I swear, I always get these comments. I've never seen nobody put stripes and polka dots together, but you make it look good. Like, I know I make it look good. That's why I'm fucking wearing this shit.
Like, nah,
But I don't wanna come off like that. I don't wanna come off arrogant. That's why I always say appreciate it, because when I say appreciate it, I'm just like, I know in my head, I know I look good.
Like, I know I look good in it. Like, dude, why you ain't gotta tell me? But low key, it's like you can see the other mans over there hating, like the dudes in the background, like, bro, what is he wearing? Yep. Like, it's been so many times like walking with him on Fremont, because every time he was on the floor, and I was like, all right, no, I'm gonna stop what I'm doing. I gotta, kind of focus on him a little bit, because I know there was gonna be some bullshit. But he dressed so differently to where he's noticed at instant. Like it's not somebody. One, he's tall as fuck, like he said, but he is noticeable instant. So it'll be times, bro, females, you know, would kind of do that double look. And then they'll approach him like, how are you doing? He'll, you know, gently introduce himself and shit like that. And you'll see their man in the background like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, yeah, you see me? Like stop hating, nigga. Like, bro, it's wild.
I do not want your woman. She got a big back anyway.
Bro, she got a big back. But nah, listen, it's so dope because a lot of times people, there's so much negativity out there, dog. There's so much negativity revolving around the world. And you're changing that one step at a time with your fashion, the fitness, the you being in a high role on Fremont. People don't understand when they come to Fremont. People actually might be like, "Hey, I want to see where Javion's at. I want to see where he's at," because they see you all over social media. Low key,
and it's happened before. Actually, funny thing that happened this past Sunday is this one guy is a YouTuber. He does like ghost hunting and stuff like that. I was transparent with him. I told him, I was like, I don't believe in ghosts, but I was like, it's cool to watch people do this shit because, I mean, it's a passion of theirs.
Yeah.
He came up to me, introduced himself to me and everything. You know, we had a little 3-minute conversation. I told him, you know, if you ever need anything, you know, let me know. I mean, he's like, I'm going to be down here filming. I'm like, by all means, do what you want to do. I mean, whatever content you doing, by all means, I have no problem with it, you know. But it's one of those things, one of those genuine people coming to me. But also I had the motherfuckers from YouTube trying to push a narrative on me. Oh, I'm not doing my job, this and that. Like, unless you actually welcome me and see what I'm actually doing, respectfully shut the fuck up.
It's hard. I'm gonna be honest, dog. It's so wild because people are never gonna see that unless they're in the position that we were in to see what you're doing, dog. And it's so wild because you go through some shit where I'm like, damn, I don't see why you ain't got bodyguards with you every fucking day. Because, bro, I promise you, the people that'll come up to you and just aggressively grab you and just, hi, how are you? Bro, one thing I hated, and this is crazy, one thing I hated, dog, is when females would come up to this motherfucker and just grab them forcefully and be like, take a picture with me and get all sexual. If I did that shit, I'm going to jail.
Facts.
And, bro, if I did that shit, I'm going to jail straight away. Like, I promise you. But these motherfucking females were so bold on there, like on Fremont, just to come up to you and just grab you. And this motherfucker Javion be like, get the fuck off me, nigga. Like,
no, I don't like to be
so
touched.
Wild, dog. It's so wild.
I do not like being touched. I do not like
Bro,
that.
Especially like unwanted touch. Like,
yes,
that's crazy. Especially from an ugly bitch too. Yeah, like especially from like an ugly. No, never mind. I ain't gonna say that.
Because hey, somebody's sexy to somebody. Some people.
That's why I was like, nah, I ain't about to get me in the comments, nigga.
Yeah, but it's just like, you know, the unwantedness of it. Because I'm all about, you know, hello, how you doing? You know, hey, you look very nice. You know, nice to meet you, man. But it's like when you come up to me grabbing me like I'm a hoe or something like that.
Yeah, like you coming to me like I'm a thought or something. Like, bitch, what's your credit score before you talk to me? Like, oh my gosh, that just brought up so many memories, dog. Because it's been so many times like, no, I don't know if I can talk about. Yeah, I can, fuck it. But it's been so many times where I was like, it was so many times to where I was like, nah, it would be like so many females that would come up to us because I would walk to, but even just walking with these motherfuckers, I would catch straight bullets. Like I just walk with them sometimes, and like females would come up to me and they'll like touch me or grab me, and I'm like, bro, I really don't want to be touched. See, I'm one that like I'm rude as fuck. I'm gonna be honest, like I'm respectful, but I'm rude at the same time. If you approach me in a rude manner, I promise you I'm gonna get rude right off the bat. Like it's been times like where a female will come up to me and grab me, be like, "Oh, you cute." I'll be like, "Shut up, bitch," and then, or I'll just be like, "Nah, what's your credit score? You can't even be talking to me. What's your credit score, nigga?" Like, I don't know. Like that's just me. Like I'm just. If you come up to me and approach me in a rude way, as like you gotta understand, like I'm not some of these little fuck boys that you can just fuck with and just, oh, hey, how you doing? Let me get your number. No, bitch. All right, say that you gonna smack the fuck out you first and then go from there. But other than that, dog, it's wild.
Not fucking my good sis. I'm gonna let you know that right now.
It's wild.
I'm gonna let you know that right now.
It's wild, dog.
I love me some Sadie, but I seen it already. Sadie about all that.
Sadie's wild, man. I ain't gonna lie. In Fremont, man, that's devil's territory, man. But for real, like y'all, whoever working on Fremont, man, I wish y'all the best. But y'all gotta stay safe and everything like that too as well. But one thing that I always wanted to, you know, leave from Fremont, and I'm not there no more, but I left, and it's always stuck on my heart is because, giving you thanks, man. I just really can't, because like even to this day, I'm calling, checking up on you or texting you and saying, hey, bro, what are you doing? It's like, something that a lot of people don't really focus on overall, man, is the good and the bad. And that's why I created this whole podcast thing, is letting people come in here, not only that I trust, but dude is always welcome to obviously my crib, everybody that's in here right now. So it's like, it's so dope. It's like,
facts.
It's,
I ain't even gonna lie. When you told me you put your 2 weeks in, boy, I was over there hurting for like.
For real?
I was hurting for like an hour because I'm just like, this is like you and Shamar with my right hand man. It's like, it's just like literally wherever I was at, you and Shamar was with me. So it's just like we built, like, Granted, I have a good relationship with pretty much every employee on Fremont, but like, our bond was just something different.
Untouchable,
dog. It was untouchable to the point where it was just like, motherfuckers like, damn, you bought these 2 lunch, what about us?
Yeah,
like,
on God.
Like, first off, calm the fuck down.
Hey.
I got y'all at another time and everything. But it was just like, we could sit there, we can eat together, we'll just chill at my desk. Eat,
just chill,
bullshit,
bro.
Maybe watch some bullshit on TikTok or something like that. But that was just our bond,
Bro, you introduced me to a fire ass burger at what is it? Hennessy Tavern. Was it Hennessy Tavern or a whiskey? I mean,
I think wasn't it Mickey Finn's?
Mickey Finn's. He introduced me to a fire ass burger. It's called a hangover burger, and then they got another one called the one, is it the Maui burger or some shit like that? But I'm gonna be honest, I'm not one that sit here and eat burgers and shit. But this motherfucker's look, hey, this nigga introduced me to a fire ass burger, and it got eggs, bacon. What else it got on it? Eggs, bacon, jalapenos.
Yeah, I always did it without the bacon.
Without the bacon, because you don't eat pork and shit. Yeah. But this nigga introduced me to so much shit on Fremont, dog, and I just want to say thank y'all. But I do want to touch on this. You mentioned a great name, and we trying to get him on the podcast, bro. His name is Shamar, man. Shout out to Shamar. That's Shamar is our guy, dog. Shamar. Us three together is crazy. Like, dude, like we're so goofy and so energetic, but we're always ourselves. Mm-hmm. And Shamar may come off as like this quiet individual, but he funny as fuck. So that's our next. I'm gonna give y'all a little spiel. Hopefully, my next video that after this drops is having us three in here all together on a podcast, so y'all can put names and faces together. But Shamar, man, that's my dog. Shamar and Jordan. Shamar and Jordan are they're my boys that's still there, man. But if y'all ever on Fremont, y'all see Javion, man, don't just come up and approach him. Ask nicely, or y'all gonna get cussed out. But one thing I do want to ask and things like that too as well before we end it overall. But what is your ultimate goal? I know you mentioned opening up this other thing, but as a whole with the community, what do you want to do for the community specifically? Because you're a huge community person. What is your ultimate goal for the community?
The biggest goal for me in the community is is honestly trying to help young black men, especially, achieve whatever goal they want to, whether it's college, whether a trade or something like that. Because not everybody's going to go to college. Yeah. I'm going to put that out there. I mean, it's unfortunate to say that, but it's also not unfortunate because I've met some successful people that don't even got a damn high school diploma. Yeah. But at least I want them to get that equivalent, at least get the high school. But I want to be able to have young men be able to, one, own a suit, two, carry themselves in this matter that I'm tired of being not being carried, but I'm tired of being put as, oh, you're just a nigga. Yeah. I want them to be able to embrace who the hell they are and just pretty much help more young men of our future, because at the end of the day, we going to be the old cats down the line, and they going to be the ones, having to lead the way and everything. And I want that future for us, black men and black women, to be greater than it's ever been.
No, and that's dope, because not only are you doing it for yourself, but hearing everything that you just mentioned is you putting everybody else in front of you, right? Oh, you putting everybody else in front of you. You putting
put somebody on. Like I said before, I'm gonna put somebody on if they want to be put on. Yeah. If they want this for themselves, because I can't hold your hand through the process. Yeah. Because my hand wasn't held through the process.
Yeah. What would your next goal look like for fashion? Where do you go from here? Because you did one of the biggest sceneries already.
Honestly, I know a lot of dudes do it already. I'm not trying to be famous off it, but do get ready with me videos and show them another version of big boy fashion and everything. Pretty much pull out some shit that some people might not want to do, but might just do it just to see what the hell it looks like and everything. And obviously, I I have a big scene in the rave community as well. I haven't been to one in a while, but
Yeah.
that was a big.
You didn't go this year?
Huh?
You didn't go this year to the raves?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I've been too damn busy. But it's just like that's always been a big part of my life too. And honestly, bring that out. Show black men that like, shoot, we can rave. We can look good while doing this shit too.
That's crazy because you always told me one time, and it always stuck with me. Like, I'd rather come overdressed than underdressed. This motherfucker come prepared to every event, and it's so dope because it's like, damn, this motherfucker really don't give a fuck. Like, who around? But I'm dressing how I want to dress. It's like, you ever thought about just being on like magazines and commercials and things like that? Absolutely. Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest, you're the face of Fremont. Like, you're the face of Fremont. People, when they say Fremont Street Experience, they think of the zip line and things like that. But outside of the zip line, like, you're the face of Fremont. Like, more people know who you are than they know of anyone else, and that's something that I take pride in for sure. But
I feel like that's how it's supposed to be and everything. Because I mean, my boss likes to be in the background and everything.
Yeah.
Granted, he was on Undercover Boss and everything and all that. Yeah. But unless you really watch that show, you won't know who he is and everything. Right. But with him, he kind of knew coming into this that I was like, he even tells me sometimes, yeah, man, you flashy. Yeah. And I don't think I'm flashy. I'm just honest. I feel like I'm being myself. Yeah, but there be times when he just like, bro, you got on 2 chains and pearls right now. You ain't flashy. Like, I was just putting some shit on. I mean, it just worked. It worked.
And it's so crazy because shout out to Andrew Simon. He's the CEO of Fremont Street Experience. But he's a cool cat, dude. Like, he's one of those old heads that he'll still joke around with you. He's funny. He's serious, obviously, because he has to be. But he's one of those dudes that wear a suit with Jordans. And it's so dope. Like, his shoe collection is crazy. His shoe collection is crazy, dog.
I think I still got about a little bit, but he do got a crazy shoe collection. But like with him though, like that is the most genuine cat. Like, he's taught me so much in the past 2 years that I've been in this position. Yeah, he's let me mess up, but he's also showed me how to do it the right way too. And the biggest thing for me with him is that I give him a big shout out. Is him just taking that chance and investing in me, because I'm gonna be honest, I did not think I was gonna get this position. I felt like there was other people more qualified. Yeah, I was just an assistant manager on the zip line. I mean, and I was just kind of doing my other things that I wanted to do and all that. But it was something about me that he seen, and he was just like, "Let's get it."
You gotta think about it, man. That stuff is scary because he could have went with anybody else, maybe someone that was more qualified, but he went with you. He literally went with you, and so he saw something that you probably didn't see within yourself.
And until now. And that's the biggest thing too, that he kind of helped me regain confidence and stuff like that too when it comes to that, because you're here for a reason. Yeah. And then he sent me to this week-long course.
I remember that. Yeah. And you got a certificate at the end for completing it. Yeah.
It's called Rapport Leadership 1. When I tell y'all, I recommend people do that class, especially if you're in leadership roles or just management period, because they gonna test your ass to a limit that you probably want to fucking leave. Mind you, my instructor was this little ass woman. Yeah. This little ass woman. But I don't know what it was. She was on my ass more than anybody, because she'll be like, but because we didn't go by our first names, we went by our last name, she's like, Mr. Bigelow, get up and I want you to pretty much pronounce this. She'll let me read out the paper. She's like, now give me the paper and do it again. And she was like, okay, you sounded commercial right there. Now actually legit be yourself and everything. It was like those challenges that she was like, project, be enthusiastic, stuff like that. Yeah. I'm looking at you like, looking at me like, you got me fucked up, bitch. Yeah. But when it was all said and done, it like that whole course showed me a lot.
It helped you out a lot.
Because when I tell you, bro, I got emotional as fuck a couple of times, like legit on some crying shit. Yeah. But it was like, that's what it was meant to do. And then, towards the end of it, I ended up getting most improved, because I went up in that bitch cocky, because I'm like,
it's gonna be easy.
Man, this shit gonna be easy. I got it. Oh man, hell
got humbled quick, dog. That shit crazy.
Within the first 5 seconds, like I would, like literally, this is how they did me. This is like the first day, because I can't give too much. Like, we had to give out a speech. We went down the list and everything. I'm thinking they gonna go, from 1 to whatever. They saved everybody. That was the last one. I'm like, okay, they must know they must know I'm him in my mind. Shit. I got that speech, went up there, started like, and she was just like, Mr. Bigelow, we got a lot of work to do. But I see
it was like that. You never told me that. I know it was hard, but yeah, damn.
No, it was hard as
no.
fuck. Because the only reason I can't bring too much in it because you know certain people that work at the company that might watch this, I can't really get too much of it. But that's why the big conversation we have off camera. But bro, when I tell you it was like, we got your ass.
Hard.
Like we broke your ass down. Now we're gonna build your ass right back up.
And you wouldn't think something like that as just taking a week-long course of leadership would challenge you in those aspects, because again, you're being challenged every day, and that just while you're explaining that just brings so much to my mind. Is everybody in this world, or a lot, I shouldn't say everybody, they get too complacent, they get too comfortable. Like don't get too comfortable, always willing to change.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's even in my workplace, some people who just like, like being where they at, like I got some amazing lead operators on the zip line who I feel like could do so much better, but they like, nah, I don't want to be a supervisor. Or, I had a supervisor that had the opportunity, to get moved up, but he's like, there's not enough money into it. And I'm just like, sometimes like the money ain't even that important. I mean, granted, we need money to survive and everything, but the experience is what you need, because a lot of things from Fremont, you're a prime example of it. You can leave Fremont, take what you learned on Fremont and go somewhere and be so much better and have an actual career. That Fremont is that stepping stone. I turned Fremont into a career, which that was my choice. That was my life and everything, what I wanted to do. But if you really, Fremont, how can I put it? Fremont can literally get you where you need to go if you allow it to.
If you allow it to, bro. And that's one thing, like you said, like a lot of people don't want to take those extra steps because they're too comfortable into the position that they're already in, whether it's jobs or schooling, whatever the case is, they get too comfortable. And one thing that I learned while being on Fremont is, that shit will challenge you like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Mentally, physically, every way possible, Fremont will challenge you. I can't speak for everybody else on Fremont, but I know for a fact that shit challenged me to where I'm like, damn, I had to rethink some shit. Mind you, I'm in a high, bro. Fremont, you barely get vacation. I'm gonna be honest. You don't get vacation. Oh, no, you work you work every concert. You damn near work every holiday. Bro, mind you, so we would come in there from Friday. We had a concert Saturday. Then we have to, if you worked on Sunday, then you have to work on Sunday. Dude, I would work graveyard shift. It was like, what time would I come in? I would work 6 to 6, I think.
Nah, no. I had to think about it. You was Baker.
I was Baker. Baker was like 3 to.
That was when you was regular officer, but you moved to Charlie. When you got supervised. Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you were the 6 to 6.
It was 6 to 6, mind you. But that's the shithole of Fremont too. That's when all the fucking crackheads and bro, all that shit pissed me off just even thinking about it, bro. At 6 o'clock clocking in on Fremont, motherfucker, you just wanted to turn into the Hulk and just punch everybody.
And you know what's bad about that too? Because I mean, I've worked pretty late on Fremont for certain situations that have happened. When you start knowing crackheads by names, like you got relationships with crackheads.
You got relationship with crack. That's how you know you working too much when you start, bro. Damn, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Don't judge me in the comments, but it was this fine ass crackhead one time, nigga.
I got this one. Bro. I got this one. So her name was JoJo. JoJo
was fire, nigga.
She was a tourist turned crackhead. So when she came to Vegas for a 2-week vacation, she was out here living her best life. Like, this girl was fine as hell.
Bro, fine as fuck.
The drugs got to her, her ass started depleting.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. It was one time, nigga, she was like, bro, don't get it twisted. Crackheads in Vegas, they can sometimes dress apart, right? They can dress with you motherfuckers, or at least somewhat stay apart. Nigga, one time when I first started working at on Fremont, I saw JoJo. I was like, who the fuck is that? Nigga, she was cute as shit. niggas look at me, they was like, bro, is she a crackhead? I was like, what? I was like, she a crackhead, bro.
And then your ass seen
and then listen though, funny shit though. I tried to approach her one time. Nigga, do you not know no, you do know, but y'all don't know. She took out a fat ass needle, nigga, with drugs in it and tried to shank my shit. I swear to God, I went up to her thinking like shit was all sweet. Like, hey, what you doing? She over here screaming and shit. I'm telling her to calm down. This bitch done whipped out a needle with drugs in it and tried to shank me. I'm gonna be honest. I stole off that bitch, but like at the time when I first started, like bro, she was fine as fuck. Like her body. When I tell you she was a tourist that just came and visited, and she probably wanted to have a good time. Her and her little girls wanted to do some drugs that night, be on some dumb shit. She got stuck here, and bro, now it's like, bro, Vegas is Sin City for real. Cause like she younger than me. I know for a fact. She's 27. I'm 27, but she has to be. She has to be at least 21, 22. Young as fuck, yellow bone, whatever. I was like, damn, what the fuck? And the crazy thing is, I came home and I told Sadie that. I was like, Sadie, hey, I ain't gonna lie, like I saw this fine ass crackhead. Sadie looked at me. She's like, what the fuck you just say? I was like, Sadie, she fine. Like, she was cute. She got herself together. Like, if she got herself together, I could see myself, with her. Sadie looked at me and about beat the fuck out me. And then we came on Fremont like a week later, and Sadie saw her and she was like, oh, she is cute. I was like, yeah, I told you. Like, bro, it's so weird. But like working on Fremont, you know the crackhead names, and that's so bad because that just goes to show like there's no taking days off. So I know for you for a fact there wasn't days off because I had to come in on those days. And like, speaking of concerts and shit, what was your favorite concert working on Fremont? What's your favorite one?
Oh, hands down, Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown? Okay.
New Year's Eve 2021 going into 2022.
Yeah.
Bobby Brown, because, Andrew made sure, like I told Andrew how big a fan I was of Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
I was backstage because it was me and my current director at the time sitting up there. We chilling. I just got done work because I worked the morning, to make sure that the event staff was all situated. Then once that was done, I had my supervisors that I had. They handled the ride and everything. So I was like, shoot, it's time to go have some fun because I never really got a chance to. Yeah. And then he sat there. I seen Bobby Brown. Like, I was sitting over there just like, I was sitting there on the side just chilling. Yeah. He over there doing this thing, getting ready. Andrew put me over there. Hey, this is one of my employees. He really wanted to meet you and all that. And then Bobby Brown was like, you want to take a picture? And I was like, bro, get the fuck out of here.
That shit's so dope. Like, and you talk about networking, everything. Like, you introduced me to so many people. I'm going to be honest. Like, my favorite, I think, I wasn't there for the Bobby Brown, though, but my favorite when I was there was Jelly Roll and probably Teddy Swims. Those two was probably my top favorite. No,
Jelly Roll was
I lied. I got three. It was Jelly Roll, Teddy Swims, and then what's that country artist sing? That female one that sings with Jelly Roll.
Damn it, I can't think.
It was her. I don't know her name. If I find her, I'm gonna tag her ass because she was she was different, nigga. Her body was different. I was like, damn. Because nigga, hold up.
I'm gonna quote one of my favorite TikTokers right now. Bro, sensational.
Because I'm like, damn, mind you, it was during, so when country performers usually come on and perform on Fremont, it's usually the Texas Hoedown or some shit, like where all the country people come. So I'm like, bro, what? I was damn near lost. And we gonna talk about something. Most people don't know this, but I actually was in a movie filmed on Fremont, which was crazy. It's actually on Netflix right now. It's called Obliterated. I remember this day. We were walking down, getting ready for this shoot. Because working on Fremont, we're told like the day of or a day ahead, like who's going to be filming on Fremont because they got to have certain permits. So this is an actual movie that's on Netflix right now. And it's called Obliterated. But it reminds me because I was just walking, I was just cool and chilling, and the director came over. He was like, "Hey, can I use you?" I was like, I didn't know who the fuck he was. First off, I was like, "Who is you?" I was like, "Nah." He pulled me aside. He was like, "Hey, I want to put you in the movie." I'm like, "Oh, all right, cool." So he put me in a movie. He mic'd me up. I'm like, damn, I'm really about to be in a movie. So he had me play this role of this girl getting shot from the zip line with a sniper. And I had to go assess her leg that got shot off or blown off and shit. That was dope. You talked about like networking, bro. That shit introduced me to a lot. Like one of the artists that we met, Chad Ochocinco, and then Toby Awiwe, whatever. We met him.
Shout out to my Niger brother.
Bro, that dude, we met him, but Chad Ochocinco literally got him connected, exchanged numbers just because one, he had a personal bodyguard that I connected with, and he introduced me and everything like that. And bro, it's so much networking, and I wouldn't have been in that position unless you took me in, bro. So that's dope because you introduced me to a lot. Derek Stevens, shout out to Derek Stevens because I talk about him a lot at work because he's the owner of Circa, and that's the best damn casino. And I wouldn't say that if you didn't introduce me to that life, that lifestyle of being in that casino and meeting all those cats. So it's so dope.
Man, the past 2 years, I done met some motherfucking people.
Some people, dog. And I can only imagine because I feel like it was heavy on me because I'm like, damn, like I don't know how to stay complacent. Oh, and then we met Katy Perry. Oh my gosh, look, I almost lost my fucking job that day because I saw Katy Perry and I'm like, bro, she's so beautiful. Like, she's so gorgeous in person. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna just reveal something really quick.
Man,
that whole process gave me anxiety.
Yeah.
So her tour manager was like, "Hey, we looking for Javion because pretty much I was like there, as the point
I remember
to get
that
to the elevator.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck all these people found out where the fuck she was at, but I remember being the only bit of whatever you want to call security there. And they bomb rushed that elevator.
Yeah, because she rode the zip line. And so to get up to the higher level zip line, you have to take an elevator. There's only certain people or a certain amount of people that you can fit on there, maybe like 3, 4, 5 tops. So dude is on the elevator with Katy Perry just going up. I bet you that shit feels slow as hell too. Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how I would act, bro.
No, she was actually very nice. Introduced herself to me. Yeah, Katy, whatever, And I kind of, kept the conversation short and everything. But in my head, I was like, shoot, Katy Perry got yams.
Hey, Katy Perry could get it. I ain't gonna cap. Like, look.
I just remember that whole day because literally, me and my boss was up there. We got her on the zip line. Mind you, me and him in full suits and dress shoes. Literally having to rush to the other side to get everything. Literally over here breaking a small sweat up here, having to cut through shit because, mind you, it was literally from where the stage was at all the way to where the other stage was at, full of fucking people there just to see Katy Perry.
And most people don't know that, but Fremont is actually like what 5-6 blocks long. 7 technically, and it's so long, bro. People don't understand how much we have to walk. You have to, like us specifically, walk from the end, the start all the way to the end, which would be Las Vegas Boulevard, all the way down to where the plaza is at, if y'all familiar with it. That's long as fuck. And it's like, bro, y'all had to do all of that from Launch Tower all the way to End Landing, which is crazy, dog. But yeah, I met some dope ass people. I had a chance to meet, who was next? Mark Wahlberg, when he released his Tequila. Met him. That was fire. That shit was fire. I ain't gonna lie. And I wasn't a big tequila person, but Mark Wahlberg, he was like, here's a shot. I was like, oh shit, all right. And I drank it. I was like, damn, it went down so smooth. But met him. But yeah, it was, dude, Fremont.
Mark Wahlberg and Katy Perry shit was in one day.
In one day. So you got to think about it, dog. In one day, you're handling so many like crowds and people constantly coming up to you and trying to take pictures. That shit hard. That shit tiring. That was tiring for me. And I just know for a fact it's tiring for you because at some point in time, I would start punching people in the neck. Like, bro, get off of me. Like, stop breathing on me, punching you in the forehead. Like, I'm doing something. Like, I just got to get out of this damn Fremont, dog. And it's like 115 outside. And it's like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, oh my God. That should just bring back irritable, moods, nigga, because working on Fremont, it's not for the weak, man. I'm gonna be honest, it's not for the weak, man. It's definitely not. I was just there, last weekend? Was it last weekend?
For the fight,
yeah, for the fight. That was pretty dope. We went to Circa at Stadium Swim, and we saw that. I wish I was gonna be here for the Conor McGregor fight, but I gotta fly home that day. But it's dope. I mean, dude, it's just so much that you have done, and I want the world to know there's still good people out there. There's still good people that's willing to teach. That's if you're willing to learn, because like you said, you don't just teach everybody. You don't just give people the knowledge that you have unless they're willing to learn. And that's what I had to do was I had to come in there with an open heart. And you took me in, and I'm glad that I came in there with an open heart because, dog, you took me under your wing, made me your brother and showed me the ropes to where I'm like, oh, now in life, you made it a lot easier. Because mind you, what y'all don't know is when I started working at Fremont, I had just moved here to Vegas. Once I just moved here to Vegas, I started on Fremont a week and a half later. It was because of y'all remember, but Roby, it was him.
Yeah.
And I started right there, and I didn't know anything about Vegas. I didn't know anything about Nevada at all, but I didn't know anything about Fremont, but that's where I started at. Man, that shit was torture. I'm gonna be honest, but I'm glad I did it. I wouldn't change anything, dog, because, you know, if I could go back and do it again, I would. You know, like I said, it's nothing but gratitude and love, because you taught me so much that's carrying me on daily, you know, in my current job and then with my family and everything, dog. So I really do truly mean that from the bottom of my heart, because not a lot of people are like that, especially coming from where I come from, to where I saw a lot of that drugs, that violence, that rape, that murder. I saw all that. You know, I didn't think that, not necessarily didn't think that there was still good out there, but I had less hope. And dog, you didn't know nothing about me, and you took me in. So I want to say thank you for that, man, because that's amazing for real.
I mean, like you said, there's good people in the world. You just got to sit there and figure out who them people are.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will show you love in your face and talk shit behind your back. Trust me, I deal with it on a daily basis. But at the end of the day, it's not going to deter who the hell I am. Yeah. Because literally just being your authentic self is always going to be the right way to go. You don't need to put on for nobody. You don't need to act no certain way or anything. Just literally, honestly, just love your damn self and just live this life. Because one thing I always say, life is literally but a dream. It really is.
It really is, man. And
it's whatever the hell you gonna do about it.
It really is, man.
It is too damn short to be sitting up here thinking about the what ifs. Like, if you're gonna take that risk, take that risk. If you're gonna work that job, literally work it to the point and be the best person. Because at the end of the day, the one question I have for everybody, and you can answer this in the comments or you can kind of just answer it among yourselves. What do you want to leave in this world once you're gone? What legacy, what narrative, whatever it is you want to leave in this world that's going to make people remember you for who you are? Do you want to be known as an asshole? Do you want to be known as, you know, somebody who you wanted to punch in the fucking face? But it's like, whatever that is, hold on to that and honestly just be who you are.
Yeah, no, and that's amazing, dog, is because I always usually like to end a podcast with that. What would you have? What would you say to anyone out there that's struggling? But you just answered it, man. You know, what are you going to leave behind? What legacy are you going to leave behind? One thing that I always told, or I always got, is from you, I just hate being standard. I just hate being regular. It's not nothing wrong with working a 9-to-5 or being regular for those people, but I always know and see that there's better out there for me, and that's what you help motivate and put into me too as well, Pauls. But you always, no, I'm just saying, but you, no, I'm just saying, but you always, like, you know, really motivated to be better. Don't be standard. Don't be basic. There's nothing wrong with the basic people. Y'all just not for me. Like, y'all just not. I don't want y'all around my circle. So, you know, not only that, but I want to thank y'all. Can't see who's behind the camera and everything like that, but I want to thank.
Here, cracking the fuck
they was over here laughing and shit. But I want to thank my boy Augustine for coming, because this dude, man, he was actually one of the first ones to do a podcast video. I want to thank him because he opened up about his life story and going through the struggles that got him to where he's at today. And he's huge in fashion too. Y'all can link up and come up with a clothing brand or some shit, like, for real. Because the way he dressed at work, I'd be like, motherfucker, we is in our office. Calm down. like it's crazy, but it's so dope because he loves it.
I keep telling people, put that shit on.
He loves it. And I also want to thank, you know, my cameraman Joe in general, because I found him in a dark spot. I'm gonna be honest, dog. I found him in a dark spot because, and I'm not throwing shade, but look, I only can speak facts. I only can speak what God put on my heart. My last videographer, I can't stress it enough, this motherfucker just ghosted us. The one that you met on Fremont that day, the short black dude. But he just ghosted us. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, he hasn't messaged. Like, he messaged him one time and he messaged back quick, but he ignored me. He kept some of my videos, whatever. I'm not going too much in the negative, but he put me in a dark spot for like maybe 3 days. because I'm like, damn, do I keep going with this podcast? Do I not? Do I, proceed with it? And then I found him and I was like, bro, this is my plan. This is what I want to do. He was like, all right, bet. Let's get it done. Let's see what we can come up with. He always, like, from the start up until now, he was always like, no, I think you should do this. I think you should do that. You got so many people that's just willing to go with what you say, but you got to also think, when I sit people down in my house, it's their image that's on the line too as well, but just as much as his. So he was like, oh, you got to do this. You should do this. And I appreciate that, because not a lot of people will tell you the honest truth. And I found him. He did that. He was like, yeah, I think you should do this. I think you should do that. So I want to show love to you, dog, because you doing your thing out here, man. There's not a lot of people.
This is only my second time meeting them. And, we follow each other on social media now and everything. And one thing I can tell you, this cat is young, but he gonna be one of those ones in Vegas that they gonna be like, nah. He could be like, man, I can't get you. I got 3 things going on today, and that I could just see that, because you could just see, just like I said before, you could see by the way somebody works what they're gonna become. Like, he's invested in himself. He probably, like I said, I don't know his full story, but I could tell he done put a lot of himself up in there. He works his 9 to 5, but he got his passion at the same time. Yeah. And that's the biggest thing. I can respect passion like a motherfucker, especially if you out here really doing that shit. So be looking out for him. I guarantee you in 5 years, I ain't even gonna be able to reach this dude probably.
Hey, nigga, hopefully in 5 years I'll be able to reach this nigga. Like, fuck. And that's dope, dog, because again, I ain't gonna put his business out there, but he works a 9 to 5. Like, he works day in, day out doing this, get off work, come do this, and then do it and repeat. Not taking that away from anybody else that's doing the same thing, but when you do it consistently on a high level, accurately on a high level, more often than not, it's crazy, because a lot of times people do something for a long period of time, but how accurate are you doing it? Exactly. You're half-assed doing it. It's not gonna. You're not gonna get the same accomplishment if you know that you put your all into it from the day that you pick up the camera to the day that you put it down, whether it's 365 days or 680, whatever the case is. Like, you doing it accurately. And that's why it broke my heart, because I had high hopes for that individual that was my last videographer. And like I said, I'm not on social media bashing this dude. I hope the best for the young cat, but he was going through some life situations. But at the end of the day, you're this grown person, or beginning to be this grown person. You got to hold yourself accountable, especially if you're in a profession to where a lot is on the line. And being a videographer, I can only imagine, bro. I'm gonna be honest. If I was a videographer, God knew what he was doing by making me be where I'm at today. Because if I was a videographer and you told my black ass to come to your wedding, I'm gonna miss probably about 18 different shots. I'm gonna be honest. Your wife might be over there twerking on you, and I'm looking at the other girl sitting down like, damn, she fine, taking a picture or something. Like, I would have been over here fucking off. Look, man, I'm speaking honest truth. I would have been fucking off somewhere. Like, bro, I would have been on Drake video shoot talking shit. Like, I would have been doing everything other than what I was supposed to be doing, nigga. I would have been.
Nah, I actually gotta agree with you,
because
I'll be taking a picture of somebody fine ass auntie.
Yeah, somebody fine ass, thick, big booty ass auntie walk by. I'm gonna be like, damn, picture gonna be all lopsided, out of angle and shit. I'm gonna be honest. You tell me to film Drake video as a videographer, I'm gonna be in that bitch fucking with Drake, hyping him up. I ain't gonna be worried about taking a video. Now he gonna be like, all right, bro, can you send me the video? I'm like, hey, nigga, I ain't even got it. Nah, dead. So I give props to you, man, because that's heavyweight. That's some heavyweight. And and I see what you got right next to you in general. Like, y'all doing it together to where it's like, bro, that's hard. You can't find people that's gonna be sticking next to you side by side. I promise you, it's so hard. And if I could speak on it so much, but I can't speak on it too much. But on Fremont, it put me in a lot of situations. It put me in a lot of situations to where I could have lost it all, dog. Like, I could have lost it all. And why I feel like I just need to say this overall is my fiance that's out there. Like, this is my favorite month. This is my favorite holiday. I say it all the time at work, is men's mental health. Is because she takes time out of her day, out of this whole month, to specifically cater it to me. Again, as soon as y'all came in, she was like, all right, DQ got to do this. I got to go take the kids to the pool. Let him dial down. Let him go on a hike. Let him do this. And Sadie, I promise you, she's my backbone. And I put her through hell. I put Sadie through hell. I'm gonna be honest. I put her through hell. I was hard on her as a mom growing up. But I see y'all doing everything together so fluently. It just makes me feel good because it gives me hope and, you know, motivation to keep doing something. It means that I'm doing something right. It shows that I still have room to improve. But I just want to give a shout out to y'all, man. You know, last but not least, overall, man, not even a shout out, man. It's more glory to anything, bro. You got to give all glory to God, because I wouldn't be here if God wasn't, you know, putting us in front of each other and things like that. I do want to give the glory to God overall, because he placed me in front of you to where he knew I would need guidance. He knew I would, you know, get off track, and he needed to put me around someone that can reroute me. And that was you, dog. And I want to say nothing but love. Like, I love you, dog. That's amazing, man. Because, dude, my dad's probably about 15,000 miles away right now, and he'll call me, but it's still not the same. And you like that father figure, that brother figure overall, to where if I know I need something, I can pick up the phone and just call you, and you'll pick up the phone at 2:00 in the morning. I ain't did that yet, but at 2:00 in the morning, and you'll answer. Yeah. So, you know, I love that. I love that relationship that we have, because, you know, I'm trying to be in a position like you. I'm trying to be in a successful world like you, man. And a lot of times we get stuck up in the struggles, but you're one person that I know that I can lean on. You know, my last thing to y'all that's watching, that's tuning in, is if you're feeling alone out there, whether it's male, female, if you're feeling alone, go find and seek help the day that you feel alone. Don't be afraid to speak. Don't be afraid to open up your heart. I know you may have trust issues. I know you may have some, you know, resentment towards somebody. If you feel like you want to move on in life, go close that door. Even though that you may not really need to apologize, go apologize. Go say sorry for whatever reason. Just go talk to that person. Tell them like, hey, cool. Then X them out your life, so that way you can close that chapter. That would be my motivation to y'all, is speak. But not only that, y'all got to listen with y'all heart and not y'all ears. If y'all are feeling motivated to do something, stop being so damn stubborn and just go do it. Listen with your heart and not your ears. And one thing that he had always told me too as well is blessings comes from the ones you least expected, man. Like, respect everybody, be cool, be cordial. But again, hold yourself accountable just as much as you holding y'all other partners accountable too. That'll be my last statement for y'all, man. Again, I do want to say thank you for coming on again for the second damn time. Hey, I know this fucking sound recorded this time, because I'm looking at it and it's still going up. Shit. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I would have quit after that. I would have quit. Yeah. I would have quit. Motherfucker,
you live for it. I was about to bring mine. Like, you was coming to my house to do it the next time.
Yeah, we would have had to, bro. This shit is wild. But no, I do want to say thank you for coming on. I know the next time that we meet, you're gonna be busy this week and next week. You got a lot of family pictures and everything going on.
Man, I cannot wait to see all my siblings. You
know, that's
shout out to my siblings, the J5.
Go ahead.
We argue. I don't even say we argue, because all y'all some fat bitches. That's just okay. Side note before I get off on that one, because we call each other fat bitches, because my nephew Jade, he used to call me a fat bitch. So like, I get on the phone, my brother John would call me. I'd be like, man, what you want, you fat bitch? That's just
damn. That's strong. Hey, you know what that sounds like? That sounds like that Baltimore slang. You know how they answer the phone? They be like, "What up, dummy? Who the fuck you talking to, nigga?"
Yeah, but it's never like, you know, like I'm sorry, we're very toxic to each other. We insult the fuck out of each other, but I swear to God,
that's love though.
But that's how we
that's
are.
Love.
Like I said, you got a chance to be my little sister, my little feisty hippie diva little sister.
Feisty.
You know, then you got to be my little brother too.
The one that had the baby. He funny as fuck. Yeah, now we all got to get together again.
My niece got so big too.
For real.
Yeah,
because she was in the car seat at that time, so she was little. So yeah, she walking.
The one above me even though I'm the ringleader of the J5, but the older one, my brother John, you know, I'm so glad to get to see him again.
Yeah,
he got this fade coming when I see him.
Oh,
but
yeah, he about to catch a mean sleeper.
Like, straight rib shots, but I'm gonna make sure they see him so you know I was talking shit. But
that's love, dog. That's all dope, and man, there's so much negativity. You only can spread, right now spread positivity. So that's dope that you get to, spend time with your family, enjoy that. You only get one, enjoy that time, man. But I do want to say thank y'all for tuning in. I want to say thank y'all for watching. I want y'all to, like, comment, share, subscribe, do what y'all do. Leave your comment on who want next, man. Who should I have next on the podcast, whether it's someone in Vegas or someone outside of Vegas. That's going to be my next goal, is figure out who I want next. Sorry for the delay on the videos, man. Like I said, we had to switch videographers. Cool, minor setback, but a major ass step forward. So, we're all good. But comment who y'all want on next, man. I got some ideas. I got some people that's wanting to come on, but you gotta do it at the right time. Like I said, thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all have any questions, man, comment everything. I'm here, dog.
And I might leave my social media on the comments once it's posted. Just in case anybody want to talk to me, but it's rare that I get on my social media. So it is rare. Look, I just want to see, what type of reaction we get this. First of all, leave my social media.
Oh yeah, we gonna clickbait the shit out of it too. I'm sending nothing but shorts first, then the videos. I'm gonna clickbait the fuck out you bitches. Look, man, before I was supposed to be ending this shit, but on the last one, bro, I don't know if you saw, but I had Julian Newman on. But them motherfuckers was in my comments talking hate towards me, talking about, why you got a high schooler on your podcast? I'm like, nigga, what? Like, bro, it goes crazy. I'm like,
they better get off my boy Julian.
Yeah, Julian. I was like, I understand why he is a basketball player, but I'm like, damn.
I'll still dunk on him though. Yeah, he cool as fuck, but I'll dunk
on
him.
Julian, if you seeing this right now, I'll still lock you up 1-on-1. I'm winning. I'm gonna be honest. I'll win that.
Hey, Julian, all up though, bro.
All up. No, we can play 1-on-1, Julian.
Because you is nice on the court. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Nobody can deny that. Julian is nice on the court. He loved the competition, man. Y'all, you ever met Julian?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, Julian. Julian, dope. He was supposed to come out with us one night, but he got tied up in that creator league. Yeah. But yeah, I'll see if we can get them together and come out together. That'll be super dope. But yeah, if he leaves his social medias on the comments, or he wants me to put it in the description, I'll put it in the description. But I ain't gonna do so until he say so, because y'all ain't about to go to him and blow him up and then he get mad at me. So other than that, man, like I said, make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, send feedback. I love the feedback. Other than that, man, we out. Peace.
Off Limits Podcast, #1 in Nevada. No scripts, keep it lit. Let's get deep, get the camera. Real talk, every thought, only for your satisfaction. Off Limits Podcast, let's go.